Hi, this video is kind of a strange one really. It's been a few weeks in the making really. I did put a hint of it in some previous videos over the last few weeks that I was going to be doing rather annoying video. I mean, I'm not going to be annoying, but what the subject is. On eBay I sold Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman, and the seller seemed legit. Didn't have no feedback on that. They'd hid it. That should have been a warning, really. But what they decided to do, say it was the wrong one. It wasn't the Justice League Wonder Woman they wanted. They wanted that Justice League one, and this was within about 2 minutes. Well, no, say between 5 and 10 minutes of the auction finishing. I wasn't aware of this, so I've decided to go, oh great, I've got this money. I went and bought Alfred Pennyworth from Dark Knight. I've been communicating with the seller for a while, so it was just ready to sell, ready for me to buy. So I bought it, and then within 5-10 minutes this buyer said, sorry, I don't want this Wonder Woman. My partner told me that I could get it cheaper, which is a load of rubbish. It was on for 150, free postage and packaging, in fantastic condition, nothing missing, box perfect, everything, no damage or anything. So I decided to communicate with this buyer, and they said, oh well, if you give me £25 back off the figure, that that I'd feel more comfortable. And this is before I even posted it, bear in mind. I mean, this was all happening just straight after. £25. So I went, all right, really, eBay, it's a binding contract. When you buy something, you commit to it, and then it all started happening. Oh, can you have it delivered for Saturday morning? Now, I'd already put on there second class recorded, which I do on most of mine, and then I work out if I can do it better for the customer and myself, because obviously you don't want to leave yourself short. Can you send it please Saturday morning, special delivery, like recorded? And I said, well, you have read it. And he said, yeah, but that's no good to me. I can't wait till Monday to get it. I want it Saturday, blah, blah, blah. So I looked into it, and it was going to cost me £9 for it to go on a Saturday, because Parcel Force don't deliver on a Saturday, because I decided to send it Parcel Force 48 hours. Parcel Force. Oh, that's no good to me. I won't be on. I'm in Saturday. By that time, it was getting on. It wasn't like in the middle of the day. It was like late evening. I had to get up for work for silly o'clock. I started work at 4 at that time. So I went, all right, yeah. So I sorted it out. Like that. Oh, have you got any other figures? Well, I have, but I don't want to sell them. Oh, what you got? So I said, I've got Ray. Oh, well, if you take the £25, because I hadn't paid it right, if you take the £25 off the Ray figure, and I'll give you £100 for her. Boxed. Nothing wrong with her whatsoever. Take that off that and then send both together, blah, blah, blah. So I did. And then it started. They received the item the following day. It was posted Friday. They got it Saturday. Oh, it's damaged. Superwoman's got a broken wrist. Okay. Yeah, well, she's got a broken wrist. I don't really want to keep her. I want to send her back. Not fair enough. The buyer returns postage. They get their money back. It was a bit hard because I'd already spent it on Alfred. And then it was, oh yeah, Ray's perfect, And I only done it because I didn't physically have the money. All my money was tied up in bills. And I didn't want to sell Ray. So, and then it was, oh, can I, if you give me £30, we'll call it quits, and I'll be happy with that. So what I did was I paid through PayPal, taking it off the Superwoman figure, like this one. Right, okay, £30, sent it back. Paid it. Right. Oh, my partner says I can get damaged is no good. I could get, cheaper Justice League, the one I want, but I'll be happier if you pay me another £35 for this figure. Bearing in mind I had no cash, so now I was tipping into bills. Right, okay, so I was doing that. It was going down and down and down, so it was like, it had gone down from 150 to 125, £30 off, and then another £35 off. And this has all been logged on eBay messages. So then I went, okay. By that time, I just thought, you know what, I've had enough of this. And then got another one the following day. Oh, I've decided if you give me another final £30, blah, blah, blah. So that's £90 they wanted back, plus the £25 off, which meant they ended up paying £29 for Superwoman, which they could have sold the head, sold the accessories, sold anything, even without the body, they could have made £29. And so the reason I'm making this video is because you really need to be careful as a seller on eBay, because eBay back the buyer endlessly. But what I did was I found out that they had done it to somebody else. So I contacted eBay and said, look, this is ridiculous. I said, I've done everything this customer wanted. I've out of pocket. I've lost one of my prized possession figures. And I'm very upset. I've put in a claim with Parcel Force for the damage to these goods. And because I believed the seller at that time. And they had done it to somebody else, broke the bit. So I contacted this other seller, and we started a conversation. They'd done exactly the same thing to him, and he ended up paying back £55, not 90 odd. And so I took it out and complained, and they got blocked. Just Spire, and good job too, because if they're as a seller on eBay, it's as much trust with the person buying it as the person selling it. And it was horrific. It was horrible. It made me ill because it went on for about 3 or 4 days after the Saturday of delivery, of communication between this buyer and me. And they left positive feedback. That's the thing. They left me positive feedback. So I left them positive feedback before they started asking for their money back. Thinking, oh, it's all been sorted. I paid the extra £25 off, paid the £30, and that was it. So be very, very careful. There's a lot of people out there. Be wary if they leave their feedback private, which you can do, because then you've got no trace of what they've done to other people. And if it does happen to you, please complain to eBay, saying that this buyer has scammed you, because that's what happened. They scammed me out of a lot of money I didn't have, and then I had to replace it the following month, which was really tough. In fact, I had to get a loan to pay, and it's horrible, horrific. So I went on eBay, and there was a seller, and he was selling the one I had. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention, they actually put the figure, the Ray figure, the perfect one, on eBay. They bought it for £100 off me and put it on eBay for £155 plus postage. That's what triggered me off about this, with this other person who sold this other figure to them. That's why I contacted eBay. Anyway, so I was heartbroken because I wanted Ray. And obviously they go for 175 up. But someone had it on eBay. And all it came was, I had no box. All the accessories, it's empty now. So there was no box. Just this slip thing. No box whatsoever. No shipper. And Ray. So now I have Ray back. It's cost me a lot of money to get her back. But I got her for £120 because there was no box, no shipper. And I paid £128 including postage. So there is a good ending to this story, that I actually got another Ray. But please be wary of selling hot toys or high-end items on eBay without doing research of the person who's buying it, because you might get scammed like I did, and it's not a nice experience. In fact, it's horrendous. So this video has been put out for people to just be wary of. Buyers aren't, or they all, so I mean, I've sold thousands of bits. I've never had no problem. My feedback's perfect. I've never had no problem whatsoever. Absolutely none, apart from this one person. I had one neutral but that was a long time ago. But I've never had one negative feedback. And like, it just left a sour note. I was ready to jack in eBay altogether. But yeah, so just be wary. It's not always the seller who's scamming people. Sometimes it's the buyer. So thanks for watching. I hope it helps. It's not it's got a happy ending because I ended up with another Ray, but at a reasonable price. But, just be careful out there. There are scammers and they will try. And I'll tell you one thing happened to a friend of mine. I know, I'll just finish on this. They paid by credit card through PayPal. Now, if you pay by credit card, you got 3 months to say that you didn't do that order, even though you received the goods. So be wary, because it happened to a friend of mine, and he had not a leg to stand on. eBay backed the buyer, PayPal backed the buyer. So he lost the goods. He never got it returned to him, and he had to pay a full refund. So just be very wary out there. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry it's a bit of a downer video, but it's very important that, people who love collecting or selling, are aware that in this generation there's loads of scammers out there and it's horrible. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you in a more cheerful video very soon.